All right, this is gonna be a Pilgrammed app video. I'm just gonna talk about a bunch of random stuff. I'll flash it up on the screen right now. But yeah, uh, won't go in order of what the stuff was that you saw. Probably just go from topic to topic and just see where it goes. I'll probably put timestamps in the description or whatever. And yeah, that's kind of it. There's an announcement from Bloodbrain, which is kind of cool. Looks like we are probably gonna get the update tomorrow. Hopefully. So probably no delay, but I'm not gonna rule out the possibility. Yeah, I'll start with vague posting, and I'll try to explain what that is first before I go on to this because it's gonna be kind of ranty, but I'll just kind of want to get it out of the way. To provide a bit of context before I get into actually what my definition of vague posting. When the raindrops not trailer when the raindrops direct dropped this kind of redundant when the raindrops direct released, there was a video shortly after that dropped, of a certain individual that I won't say the name of, that was leaking a bunch of stuff of the update. Now the person who was leaking a bunch of that stuff was not the same person who uploaded the video. It was probably a person in the same VC that they were in who decided to screen record and just just upload it to YouTube, with a bunch of additional text about what was being shown in the video. But after that video dropped, and a bunch of people noticed from the Discord, people just started posting images from the leak, from that video of that person leaking stuff. So when that happened, obviously a bunch of that shit just got deleted because the devs don't want people to be probably don't want people to be seeing that shit, because they didn't fucking show it themselves. It's fair enough, right? Now, here's where the vague posting comes in. After that happened, like fucking more than 100 days fucking passed. Not even in that time span, but even to this day, maybe not to this day, but even recently, you still have people vaguely talking about the leaks, and it's just the most annoying, weird thing ever. It's like, look, if you want to talk about leaks in the game that you probably shouldn't be talking about anyways, at least do it privately. Look, I won't lie, I done it before too. You can probably find out who I am on the Discord. It's not really a mystery. And we can literally go into some of my older videos and see what my name is and just search me up in the Discord. But I have done it before, right? It's just that the way some certain people do it, and I admit, I was also kind of annoying with some of this shit that I said about, I don't know, when I vaguely hinted at the leaks or other things. Some people just kept doing it, and it's just so weird. It gives off this weird vibe that, I don't know, those kinds of people who, just post vaguely about leaks or whatever else, kind of gives a vibe that they want other people to think that they know more than they actually do, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's just weird. I don't know. Just maybe I shouldn't be talking, right? Because I still kind of did it, but I don't think it's that hard to not talk about leaks, especially in the public server, in the public Discord server. Aside from just leaks of the update itself, some people will just post random shits that might not even be concerning the update from let's say one of the devs media tabs, or from maybe even the moderators tabs, or even from I don't know, an old live stream. Look, I'll do it right now, right? Oh, look at this image, look at this, look at this, look at this, and maybe look at this image, look at this. Isn't this cool? This is all from one of Deinbag's first live streams, I believe, right? It's I don't know. It's people will post a shit they won't say where they found it because obviously, I mean, they don't have to. But it's just so weird to me. It's like you can not do this, right? It just feels like weirdo behavior. I don't know. I don't know. But next topic, I guess. All right. Hopefully that's the longest part of the video. Cause hopefully I don't rant again for that long. But whatever. But kind of still on the same topic. Not really. But I'll be doing like a technique prediction for at least just 2 of these images from Bloodbrain's from that were posted by Bloodbrain. Maybe kind of weird considering how much I complained kind of about this, like literally just now. But I'll flash the first image up on screen. I think this is probably the sonic boom technique, which I think is probably just going to be a sound staff technique, honestly. Probably nothing more, maybe, but it's probably just the sonic boom technique for sound staff. As for what it actually does, it just looks like it propels you forward, releasing like sound waves, which is cool, I guess. Next image. This is a much bigger guess. I'm way less sure on this one, but I'm guessing this is magic chalk, if I had to guess. You can see in the image, Bloodbrain's using like a woeful light gem magic branch or whatever, and it seems to like explode into like something, maybe explode into magic chalk. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe it is. But yeah, those are just my technique predictions for those 2 images. That's kind of it for that. Yeah. I guess at this point I'll try to go in order, but Sacred Stone as a technique, I think it could work, but I really don't care either way. I just feel like it could work better as a technique as opposed to just an accessory. So, it'll free up an accessory slot, obviously. You're only going to be able to use it for rock window anyways. Maybe the same thing for the talismans for the Nagakiba, but I don't really care as much for those as I do for Sacred Stone. Not that I even use Sacred Stone technique a lot, but I think it'd just be in a way an indirect upgrade to rock window. Going from that, bows. Now, me personally, I don't know. I just don't get the feeling that bows are going to get a lot of attention this update. At most, maybe a new arrow. Who knows? But, I'll be surprised if we do get, even like a new bow or something like that. Just to comment on bows, just on the topic fuck, you're stuttering over my words, but just on the topic of bows, they're pretty brain dead, especially on mobile. Like, I mean, aim assist just, like legitimately, I think bows, especially on mobile, right? Require, like, absolutely no skill at all. And I think they're the most consistent as I guess, brain-dead weapon. Like, literally just hold your finger down on the screen or whatever, and just keep firing and have aim assist on. If your build is good enough, you'll probably be able to kill the boss. You'll probably be able to kill, like, the majority of bosses in the game just by standing still. But yeah, I don't see bows getting a lot of attention this update, honestly. Not that I hate bows. Bows are actually fun to use sometimes. For the longest time, I was like, I don't know why. I was kind of against using bows for some reason. But now, kind of came around to them. So, it would be cool if we got some more content from them. Maybe even a technique for bows. But who knows? I'm looking at my phone currently right now. Oh, I'll probably skip that one. Save that for later. What else? Oh, stats. I don't see it happening this update. But, maybe, specifically for strength and dexterity, it's like, what, like 20 strength or 20 dexterity, depending on the weapon. Well, not depending on the weapon, but let's say you have, like, what, 20 strength, right? Let's say you're using Mithril Sword, that's like, what, 20 damage? 20 strength will let you do 10% more damage. That's like the equivalent of just wearing one rubber band. 20 strength is like 20 strength is like the equivalent of having just something just giving you a 10% damage boost. Dexterity and strength are pretty meaningless. I think they at least stand out the most from all the other stats. I think intelligence is pretty fine. Defense is, I don't think defense needs to be tweaked that much. But it is kind of funny. You can have like negative defense, and I think it's pretty negligible. So maybe some tweaking can be done with that, but who knows? I really don't know what kind of changes could be made though. But I think, maybe a bit more on strength than dex, since, at least with dexterity, it's a bit more significant on daggers, as opposed to strength with, just regular melee weapons. Dexterity used to give, the plus 0.5% crit chance for every point of dex. So that was cool, but I feel like it was reasonable to remove that. Maybe it gets reverted back, but who knows? Yeah, but really, just wanted to bring this up because I think the first time I've heard this was from D&D, and it was like interesting because it really the difference, really 20 strength should probably mean more than basically just wearing one accessory. It's like the difference between 20 and like 40 strength feels like negligible, which I don't think should be the case. But yeah, whatever. PvP incentives. If this does get added this update, be cool. I don't see it. Maybe it gets added this update. That would be pretty cool. But I'm curious what they mean by incentives, because it's just like, when I'm thinking of incentives, the only thing that's coming to my mind is maybe some cool vanity items, and maybe that's it. If they're actual accessories that have, have a function besides just looking cool, that'll also be great. But, I wouldn't be mad if it was just like the incentives were just vanity, cool looking vanity items. But maybe it's more. In the direct trailer, they did say they were gonna highlight more unorthodox build types, which I'm very interested in. I don't. Maybe I'm stupid, but I don't know exactly what that means. What I'm hoping is that, I don't know, maybe they like tweak some older accessories or already existing accessories to just make them a bit more relevant in the meta. I mean, let's be real. I use Bulwark for vanity, but who the fuck, like, maybe, I don't know. Like, who actually uses Bulwark? Like, be serious. Like, nobody really uses Bulwark in their build. Like, Bulwark is just something that just exists. And that's like really? It's like something you get from Mela, and it's just kind of useless, apart from vanity. But whatever. First things to do when the update drops. One of the things that, okay. My first thing was probably just like getting like the upgrades for the ship. Honestly, it's just, I don't know. I think it'd probably be better just so you could travel around the map faster or something. Depending on what it largely depends on what the obtainment method is. If it's just money, I'll definitely do it first. But if it turns out to be something else, maybe I'll do something else. It also kind of depends on what's on the update log. If we do even get like a fully detailed update log, which I kind of doubt. Maybe they're just like, oh, raindrops, and that's it. So that'll probably be the first thing I do. As for which areas I'll go to first, I don't really have a clue. Possibly winter expansion, but that area is a bit hard to navigate, so that'll probably be annoying. So maybe not that. Maybe not winter expansion, but there is a lot of new areas, it seems. So who knows? I'll probably just wait and see. Okay. Oh, all right. This next topic I think is interesting. So, in regards to like quote unquote what the fuck did I just say? Quote unquote speed running the update, or like looking at tutorials. I don't really care if other people look at tutorials. Even though I say I probably won't. I might eventually if like I'm just stuck somewhere. But, I'll probably try to go into this update as blind as possible. I think that's probably the best way to experience it most of the time, is just discovering shit for yourself instead of just trying to look at the Discord or look at YouTube or look at wherever else to find out, oh, what's happening here, what's happening here, what's happening here, or like, how do I get this, how do I get this? I want to try to do that like as naturally as possible before I'm eventually just like, oh shit, what am I missing? But I really don't care how someone plays the update. I don't think there's a wrong way to play. I think there might be ways where it's like, I guess, frowned upon, where you just like look at tutorials and it's just like, that feels like you're just like sucking the enjoyment out of actually like playing the game, at least in my opinion. But whatever, people can play the update however they want. I'm not particularly concerned with that. Reforges, we know fruitful reforges. We know the fruitful reforges are going to be a new reforge. I'm guessing probably only for pickaxes. It'd be interesting if it was also for melee, because I don't know what that could possibly mean for melee. But, probably only for pickaxes. Maybe we might also get reforges for fishing rods. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But since it looks like we're getting some for pickaxes, at least ones that I think are exclusive to pickaxes, it'll definitely be interesting. I'll also save this one off for last. All right. The deinbag's kind of send off to the game, I guess, or like last little wouldn't be a good word. Last little gift to the game. I originally wrote here like tangerine, and I think that's for a good reason. When the tangerine sneak peek was dropped in the Discord server, on the same day on deinbag's Twitter account, it was I'll just put it on the screen right now. You can pause to read it, but he said all that, so you can read that if you want. But he said all that, and it's just like that was the same day. So I'm guessing, that the tangerine boss is, or that tangerine enemy is probably legitimately going to be the final boss of the game. Not final, but the hardest boss in the game. As for, what it's gonna do or what it'll have, not completely sure. Maybe it drops nothing at all except for just being a challenge, kind of like unfair fight. So who knows? Just another hard boss in the game that'll be fun. Or not. If we're fighting that thing in that area, it'll probably be very annoying. Rebirthing. Will it return? Who fucking knows? I don't know. I sure as hell don't know. I wouldn't really care, because I'm definitely not gonna rebirth my main account. I have another save, but I already rebirthed there, so maybe I'll just rebirth that account. Potions and stuff. Maybe more potion recipes. I'm guessing, probably. Who knows? And finally, well, not finally. I'll get into other stuff, predictions later. But maybe a use for daedalus chips. Maybe with that TV armor we saw, So, maybe daedalus chips finally get a use, but not betting on it. Maybe the Brought-On gets a use too. Brought-On is pretty rare. Pretty rare though, so who knows. All right. As for predictions, outside of the one technique prediction I saw, who knows? Predictions for the player counts. maybe this is kind of a low ball, but at its peak, maybe 5K, 6K. Maybe that's a high ball, actually. But thinking maybe at its peak, 5K to 6K for player count for this update. Who knows? Because I think the April Fool's update got what? How much? Fucking. The April Fool's update got what? Like 2,000? Like 2,000 peak players? I think a bit more. Maybe 3,000 peak. And this is an actual real update that's been highly anticipated. So maybe it's going to be 5K to 6K. 5K to 6K for its peak. Maybe even higher. Do I think it gets to 10K? Probably not. Probably not. But, whatever. Last thing for sure, unless I missed something here. But, predictions for, oh, okay. Weapon amount, okay, I think this is the prediction. I think what I wrote down, okay. How many weapons will there be? I'll give an new weapons will there be? 10, somewhere around the range of 10 to 15, maybe closer to 10 new weapons. We already saw a good amount, so maybe 10 to 15 new weapons. As for enemies, bosses, I mean, it'd be kind of crazy if the boulder boss and the crab fucking boss were the only two bosses in this update. I wouldn't mind, but maybe 3, but I wouldn't be mad at just 2. Literally just realized, forgot about Deinbag's contribution to the game, being like, you know, the last boss, probably the Tangerine boss. So that's at least 3 bosses, unless you think that the boulder boss is just like a mini boss or something else. But maybe just those 3. But they've all been teased already, so it's kind of weird if they were the only 3 bosses, but I wouldn't be mad at that. As for just regular enemies, I'm guessing somewhere under 9 or even 8. I don't suspect there's going to be a lot of new enemies in this update. You know, I mean, we know about the jellyfish, but who knows what else? Who knows what else is in store? You know. As for helmets, armors, and accessories, I realize that I don't actually really give a shit how many of the, well, you know, hopefully there's a good amount, whatever that means, right? But I don't really care too much about predicting those. Lastly, oh, I forgot about poise. Poise should be pretty cool, I guess. Wish I had more to say about it, but I think I'll have my words about it when the update finally drops, and we'll see how it interacts. But yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, that's okay. That's kind of it. I just have like a fake fucking techniques tier list mock-up that I recorded for another video, but I didn't get out because I was too fucking. Well, actually, I finished it, but I don't think there's a point in releasing it now. Thanks for watching, I guess. Yeah. That's it.